When the first 3-pointer went down,
You
did
can't ask
anything
a
go through
question
your
in your
mind?
phone, right? You can ask the question after you turn it off. There you go. I'm not a good multitasker. I can't hear. There you go.
For rings. When the first 3-pointer went down, anything go through your mind special like this felt good or anything like I'm back, anything like that?
I mean, yeah, it felt good. And then I took one in transition. That's kind of like where I like to get to early. And it's always good to see the ball go through the hoop. And then I came down and shot another one. Then I came down and shot another one and saw three in a row go in. So that gives you a lot of confidence. And then I think I got a couple clean looks after that too. Early in the second quarter, I had a wide open one, and then made another couple tough ones. And even in the second half, I thought I felt like they all came off my hand feeling really good. So like that's what you can find confidence in as a scorer and as a shooter. And yeah,
Yesterday, did you feel
Mhm.
rusty at all going in?
I mean, not really. I think you're just a little anxious to get out there and get playing again. I felt really good. I thought there was few periods where I felt like a little tired. I asked for a sub there in the second half and or in the second quarter, and Steph got me a quick one. But other than that, my legs felt really strong. Like I felt in good shape, and a lot of that is credit to our medical team. Like have kept me in shape, even though I haven't been able to maybe be up and down as much as everybody else. It's just finding other things to do that I can find confidence in. I'm ready to play, and that's certainly how I felt out there.
How you guys doing? Josh Sharon in the start. The run in the third quarter came from a 9-0 Liberty run to start the
Hmm.
second half. Coach mentioned pregame how resilient this team is, and that takes uh, like trust in one another to go through adversity. From both of your guys' perspectives, what has contributed to the trust that this team, the trust that this team has in one another through hard times?
Yeah, I think we understand that basketball is a game of runs and not being able to just give up in those moments. I think, especially in that run, our bench came in and provided some really, really good minutes. Really just proud of, Sophie coming back, being able to contribute like she did, plus 31 tonight. She was a big part of that run. So I think just being able to trust 1 through 11, 1 through 10, that we're going to go out there, have each other's back, and we're going to work through those tough times because New York's a really good team. They're going to go on runs. They're going to have those moments where we can't stop them for a period of time, but it's how do we fix that? How do we change that momentum? And just really proud, of our group for staying with it.
Caitlin, you mentioned the stretch of the three pointers in a row towards the end of the first half. You looked, or sorry, end of the first quarter. You looked pretty exhausted after that coming off the court. How much did that sequence kind of take out of you, and how did you feel overall getting back in the court?
Yeah, I mean they were all in transition, so I felt like I was kind of running around fast to try to get them off. I think the third one I ran all the way to the corner, then ran all the way back up top, then dribbled a few times, and then finally got it off. Um, but yeah, I mean that takes it out of probably anybody. But like I said, I felt really good out there, and now for me, it's just how I recover, especially with the schedule that we have coming up. That's going to be super important. We're playing a lot of games in a very short period of time, so I really have to take care of myself to make sure I don't regress in any sort of way.
Just following up, Caleb, for you, was there a moment, whether it's a 3-pointer, whether it's a turnover, whether it's waiting on the bench somewhere, that sticks out in your mind just as whatever play, sequence, interaction with a teammate from today, something just lingering?
That's a good question. I mean, I think the way we responded, like we just talked about when they went on that run in the third quarter, and our coaches told us at the start when we were in the locker room at halftime is like, we already used too many timeouts. We don't really have timeouts to use. So don't let them go on a run. And then we let them go on a run. And we knew like Steph wasn't calling one there. Like we had to figure out how to play through it and go on a run of our own. And we talked about this in the locker room. I think that's like kind of where we grew today. In the past, like that's kind of where we would crumble. That's exactly where we crumbled in Atlanta in our last game is was tied at halftime. We come out in the third quarter and we kind of fall apart. But today we really stuck together. We went on our own run. Somebody said we went on like a 25-3 run or something like that. And uh, just proud of everybody, whether they were coming off the bench. I thought Sid was fantastic today. She makes two huge threes for us in the second half. Soph was fantastic. People just made really big plays down the stretch. So yeah.
Hey, I was wondering if you remember how many threes you've ever made consecutively in a game, and
In
if
a
maybe
game?
you both could talk about how good the guard play was today, when maybe it was a little harder for you to get the points inside, how the perimeter came.
Dang, I don't know. I don't know about in a game, maybe like 6 or something. I don't know, not that many. My most I've ever made in a game is 12. That was when in high school. I don't know how many I made in a row though. I think it was like 12 for 18 or something like that. But um I thought that's kind of what they gave up tonight is they were going to let us shoot threes because when we came off the ball screen, they weren't giving up the pocket as much. And I think that's where a few of my turnovers came as I was used to AB being open directly in the pocket. It was, maybe we could get it to AB, but then it was the spray on the weak side. Lexie had a couple, Kels had a couple on the weak side. Once we really figured that out, is that they were rotating to AB. They didn't want AB to have it in the middle of the paint. Granted, I think AB had 30 versus them last time, so they decided, we weren't going to give that up. We're going to give up the threes on the weak side, and we made 17 of them. So I think we really took advantage of, what they were giving us, and that's what you have to do when you play really good teams.
Hello, Ms. Carr. This is Gordon from Hong Kong A Sport Connect. So congrats on your great performance.
Thanks.
Just want to let you know you have a huge fan base in Hong
Oh, I
Kong.
appreciate that.
And
Hopefully I'll get there one day.
And today, there are 5 Hong Kong fans fly from Hong Kong to
No
Indiana,
way. Oh
and
my
and the
gosh.
hour is 22 hours.
No
your number.
way. Oh
So
my
any,
goodness. Well, I wish I
yeah,
could have
just
met
want to say
them.
this, including me.
If you
So-
know them, tell them thank you for coming. That's
So-
incredible.
Yeah. So any plans you will visit Hong Kong with your teams in the future years?
Yeah, maybe we'll head to Hong Kong after the season. I mean, I certainly hope to go to Hong Kong one day. It's incredible to see the type of reach that we can have and how much people love basketball across the globe. So that's really cool. So if you know them, tell them I say hello and thanks for
Yeah.
coming as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Hope one day to show you around.
Yeah, absolutely.